My name is Dennis Wallo, one and only of Nigeria Info FM. Now, without further ado, shall we dive right into the conversation for this hour? Public apologies. I think sometime last year it was raining public apologies. I saw a lot of public apologies on social media, especially from celebrities. There was, that thing that happened between Yul Edochie and his wife, and okay, the engineer is here, and everything will now work sharp and perfectly. So as I was saying, Yul did whatever he did and apologized publicly. Burna Boy was apologizing publicly as well. Alex Akubo's ex-fiancé. Remember all those apologies now? Apologizing publicly. And now, there is someone that is, maybe when she was acting, she was not that popular. But you see, some of the controversies around her and a certain man of God sort of keeps her trending, if you understand what I mean. Yeah, I'm not saying she's not a good actress, but you know how you know some people more for their controversies than you know them for what they are. As a matter of fact, it is when you hear about their controversies that you now start checking up. You start doing they are all about. So like the vast majority of Nigerians who are not Nollywood people, or who did not watch Nollywood films at the time when she used to trend as a Nollywood actress, they would remember her more for something else. And that would be allegations about a certain man of God. Hold on a second, please. So like I was saying, they will know her more for that accusation, and it's not something that started today. I mean, it's been for several years. She's accused him of several things, and I think at some point he said, you know what, I am going to sue. I cannot have this anymore. And then you go online today and guess what you find? A public apology. I'm going to read the content of the apology, by the way. So Apostle Johnson Suleman has gone on X to react after actress Halima Abubakar issued a public apology to him. The actress posted this apology yesterday. In a letter, Halima wrote, I am writing today to acknowledge the falsehoods I made against you on social media and to offer my sincerest apologies. Halima then asked him to forgive her. So this is the letter. Walk with me. The letterhead reads, Halima Abubakar Production, Black House. It was dated Saturday 5th, 2024. Saturday 5th when, by the way. Dear Apostle Johnson Suleman Sir, personal letter of apology. I'm writing to you today to acknowledge the falsehood I made against you on social media and to offer my sincerest apologies. After deep reflections and for my conscience to be in accord with God, I have realized the depth of the harm, pain, and distress caused by my lies. I have made a false allegation against you and also regret my actions and the damage I caused to you, your wife, Dr. Mrs. Lizzie Suleman, your family, and the leaders of the Omega Fire Ministry. With this letter, I humbly ask for your forgiveness, recognizing that my apology cannot undo the harm. I'm glad she recognized that. Pains and distress I caused, and I ask you to find a place in your heart to forgive me, as I was not thinking right then, sir. Sir, you have done a lot for humanity. Please extend your hands of forgiveness towards me once again. Sir, I am truly sorry for all the hurt and distress I caused you, your family, and your ministry. Thank you very much, and may the heavens calm your heart. God bless you, sir. Yours sincerely, Halima Abubakar. Now, he went ahead to respond, right? He wrote on X, you all stop calling my phone. Forgiveness is not memory loss. Status quo maintained. AGS. Forgiveness is not memory loss. Now let's talk about forgiveness for a little bit, just for a little bit, before we go on to public apologies. There are times when you hurt someone, right? And all the person needs for you to say is, I am sorry. And the person will forgive. In fact, the person forgives before you say I'm sorry. But you saying I'm sorry is just the person doesn't want to outrightly say I've forgiven you. You have to acknowledge that you've done something wrong. You have to say you're sorry to earn the forgiveness, or to see the forgiveness, as it were. And it depends on what you did. Those days when we used to tell people, I carry you for mine, I might just tell you now, make you for no. And then you say, you did this and you did this and you did that to me. And the person goes, try, no vex now. I didn't know now. I didn't mean to. Oh, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Say, no worry. You don't pass. I just say, make I let you know, say, that thing where you do me, it pain me. Right? And you guys move on and act like nothing happened. It may be minute, it may be big. It may just be dependent on who the person that you're offended is. Some people will rather not even hold anybody or hold a grudge against anybody, because that's how they live their life. It's better for them to just acknowledge that human beings will be human beings, and human beings will offend people. And for that reason, they prepare their hearts in advance for offenses, because offenses will definitely come. And they live by the scripture that says you forgive 70 times. How many? Good. Now, for some other persons, your apology will mean nothing to them. You have to bring someone that they respect, someone that they regard, someone that, when the person talks to them, the person just has a way of softening their heart. So I remember as children, when we offend our parents and they needed to beat us, we'll go and meet one uncle or one auntie. Uncle, auntie, please come and beg my daddy for me. And as much as your parents are angry, they are boiling, by the time your parents sees that you even went to the point of bringing in somebody to come and beg, the thing just has a way of softening their hearts. For some parents, there are some parents that will say, it's okay, I will not beat her again, it's all right. And once the person leaves, say, oh, you go call person to come beg me. You go hear up. And so it happens to children. It happens in the lives of adults as well. You bring somebody that they love, they respect, their pastor, their imam, their lover, somebody, I offend your husband. I beg now, say, now you being wife, can't help me beg. And then the person says, babe, leave it, it's okay. Oh yeah, leave it now, it's okay. Sorry. And then there is forgiveness. And then there is public apology. I may not know who to meet to tell you I am sorry. I may not know how to approach you, but I feel like what I did to you hurt you so bad, and the fact that I can even come out in public only shows that I am letting go of my pride and ego and whatever. And it may also mean that I will be subject to the dragging of people that are, directly involved, and those that are indirectly involved, those that it concerns and those that do not even have any part or business in whatever it is. I'll be open to backlash from anybody. In fact, people that could not talk to me ordinarily will start saying something because I came out to publicly apologize. So it could be a cheating wife. It could be a cheating husband. It could be a case of infidelity, a case of neglect or something. So they come out. They can even come to a radio station. I wait for the day somebody will come on air and, issue a public apology to somebody. And we'll give them the airtime, definitely. It could be on a magazine. It could be on social media. But the fact is that it goes beyond just saying I'm sorry to the person, to putting it out there for people to see. Now, on whether or not the apology is genuine, or the apology is going to be used to gather sympathy, or the apology is going to be used to somehow make people plead with the one who was offended to indeed forgive, one is forced to ask, is it simply following trends or actual show of regret? And how it impacts overall on the reconciliation process between aggrieved parties. It's one thing to offend someone and acknowledge it and then apologize. It's another thing to just apologize for apologizing's sake. Make it be say I talk sorry. There is also the one you apologize simply because you got caught. If you were never caught, you will not feel sorry. And if you don't feel sorry, you will not apologize. Just reminds me of this song by Rihanna. Don't tell me you're sorry because you're not. I know you're only sorry because you got caught. But either ways, there is a public apology. How viable are public apologies in fostering true reconciliation? It's a process. It's not something that you just rush. No. It's a process. So, acknowledgement of what's it called now? The wrong that is being done. The person who feels wronged, feeling all of the emotions, whether it's anger or sadness or hurt, you name it. And the other party actually saying that, I do this person wrong. I've actually wronged this person. And on that note, I need to make it right. So, if I come to you and I offend you and I go out there and I apologize publicly, would it make any difference? Which would you even prefer as an individual? Having somebody walk up to you and apologize in private, or having them make public the apology? Because in the process of apologizing publicly, you may have to state exactly what you had done to warrant that apology. 0817-923-0002. Again, 0817-923-0002. We also have 0817-923-0003. That is 0817-923-0003. WhatsApp and Telegram number for your WhatsApp and Telegram messages is 0809 030 6416. Again, 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. WhatsApp and Telegram number once again, 0809 030 6416. On X, we're at Nigeria Info page, and our Facebook page remains Nigeria Info 92.3 page. Go there, watch us live, but most importantly, be a part of the conversation by dropping your comments in the comments section, and I'll gladly read them. Of course, screeners and stand by to take your calls first before passing you on to me in the studio. So when you do call, the first voice you would hear will not be my voice, but that of the call screener. Let's see. Okay, we're having a lot of dropped call scenarios. I sincerely apologize for that. Once again, 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. You can also try 0817-923-0009. Nigeria Info, good afternoon to you and welcome.
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon. Nigeria Info, good afternoon to you.
I'm calling from Ngoro.
You're welcome.
Didi.
Yeah, I can hear you. Welcome.
Okay, my sister, I love this topic. We should forgive and forget. You know that most time when you don't forgive, when you see it, you just like your mind will fly. You will start thinking rubbish in your mind, and from there you get high blood pressure. So when we are forgiving somebody, we should forgive and learn how to say sorry. Sorry heal many wounds. If you do somebody something, I'm sorry. So thank you for this topic. We should learn from Nigeria. Thank you.
We're not just talking about apologies, we're talking about public apologies. Sonny from Omok, welcome to the sunny side.
Good day.
Good day to you.
Tony.
Oh, Tony. Sorry about that, Tony. Welcome.
Now, forgiveness and to forget, they are two different things. First, some people go ahead and help you to the extent, but you cannot forget it over the time. And there's something I used to say, can but don't not be that you have for coming out to come and do that intention. Does it mean that you have undo the harm that you have caused over the time? And to what degree will someone go to see that he gives you that forgiveness? That because if you forgive somebody, you also at least let go entirely. So what I would say in the case of Dr. Suleiman, Professor Suleiman, is that just as he said, forgiveness is not memory loss. But in all, we have to obey the Holy Scripture that says that we will not forget.
Thank you so much. Daniel from Imo Gates. Welcome, Daniel.
Good afternoon, Dede.
Good afternoon to you, Daniel. How are you doing?
Fine. I think forgiveness is in the Bible. We will forgive, but the Bible recorded that when you sin either by your body or against man, that the worst sin is for somebody to sin against the Spirit of God. And I would like, or should I say, it's like what that lady did, because it went viral. I could remember when that, it was everywhere. That lady, for me, in as much as that prophet or man of God should forgive her, the lady on her own should first of all beg God for forgiveness. Did you know that she wants to destroy the man's ministry? Did you know how many that left that church because of that? That lady may think it's not forgiveness. That's the way King Daniel is looking at it. It's not just about the prophet, but the ministry. The man is running, Spirit of God. Let him go to God, though. That's my take. Thank you very much.
All right. We'll still come back to the whole... Now, while this conversation is centered around... the foundation for this conversation, rather, is... And I may not take it deeply. But by the time I walk from Rumokoro to Ochoba, or I get to Rumosi, and the gist is on everybody's lips that I am that kind of person, guess what? It starts affecting me one way or the other. It starts affecting people's perception of me. Initially, I don't get bothered. But then, people are talking about me, courtesy of what you have done. Whether or not I'm a public figure and popular doesn't count, really. Because if nobody talks about you, they say you are nobody. So even the man who you think is nobody, somebody decides to start spreading his gist around town. Guess what? The man becomes somebody worth talking about. For whatever reason. Now, after you have done all of that, like I said, whether it's truth or false is not what you are here to argue. You now come back to apologize in public. How does it now... What's the word I'm looking for now? Does it change people's perception about the person you have talked badly about automatically? Does it help with the person recovering years lost of people seeing them in a certain light? Does it even help with the person looking at you and considering that, okay, there may be some room for reconciliation here? Because for some people, when you apologize publicly, they come out and they say, okay, I've forgiven you publicly. The next thing, you start seeing photos of the people that were quarreling together. Practical example, where husband and wife are having issues. They carry it to public. Then they now settle in public. Then people will now see pictures of them in public. Then they will now say, oh, okay, it's now okay with them. Does it really mean that they have reconciled? Zion from Jari, welcome to the sunny side.
Thank you. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Even in the African culture, traditions, and belief, public punishment and public apology all serve a singular reason.
Which is?
Image making or image invasion. When a child commits certain offense in the community, they take him to where? To the market square or to the community town hall for punishment. That entails that this product can no longer be patronized because of this particular offense, which is against the community. Now, when it comes to apology or accepting of individuals, they also take it to the community or public acceptance. Oh, we are sorry that this family did things to this family. A practical example. We are sorry that we mentioned this family, that there are witchcraft in that family. Oh. Please, people should forgive us. Oh. They even go about town criers around the community to what? Reinstate the image of that family that was invaded, maybe out of malice of jealousy, sometimes back. So the public apology is to that reinstatement, so that that product again, being an individual or institution or an organization, it can be long be accepted. If not so, that damage that has been caused, that injury that has been caused, to redeem it will become so difficult. That is the core essence of the public apology. Just like the case you brought for reference, we know how that thing went viral. Some of us no longer unfollow the pastor or the preacher to a certain period. We no longer listen to him. We no longer want to associate with his ministry anymore. It became a struggling issue. Even when we hear his name, we became so, this one again, where go sleep with this one, where do this, where do that. So, you find out that this public apology, to a large extent, will give him more followership again. People now know that it's a tested product. Oh, so this guy is innocent. And we have now demeaning him. We are going to give a double follow. In short, we are going to make him our ringtone. In short, I'm going to be his man. Do you know that even 419 people are looking for who they will entrust with their money?
So they will go and trust him. It's okay. It's what about how the person feels deep down? By first it says, good afternoon, Didi, about public apology, Denise. It is so obvious that people are so naive and adamant to even going ahead to acknowledge the fact that they have done something wrong. Concerning the issue of Apostle Solomon and the lady, it was quite obvious that the lady really went a long way tarnishing the image and ministry of the man of God in that instance. She really needs to first of all seek the face of God before even apologizing to the man of God, because it's beyond emotional blackmail. How can we determine whether she means the apology or not? And yes, I read a lot of comments about that story. I don't want to dwell on that, but maybe I should just mention it. That some people still feel like she has been threatened to apologize. And maybe, just maybe, he did all of the things that she said he did. Or maybe not. Good afternoon, Denise. There is nothing like forgive and forget, but rather forgive and healing. People can never forget, but rather be healed of the wrong done them. People usually mistake healing for forgetting. Healing is when you no longer count the wrong done you after you have forgiven the wrongdoer. Regards, Andy from Rumibo. There was something that was very common with our parents back then. You offend them. You disobey them. You did something wrong. You say you are sorry. Sometimes they will beat you. At other times they will not. Sometimes they beat you and they say something like this. When you beat the child with the left hand, you use the right hand to draw the child back. But go and do something again. And you will have your parents remind you. In the presence of people. That was how the other day you did like this, like this, like this. That was how the other day They keep reminding you of everything you have ever done wrong, on top the one that you just did now. And some of us grew up with that mentality that yes, that day had passed. But you see, every time you do something wrong, they will bring back what you did in the past. Some husbands still do it to their wives. Some wives still do it to their husbands. Anytime the husband offends them, they bring back what had happened in the past. But then again, beyond all the bringing back what has happened to the past, it only shows that we don't have selective amnesia. We didn't forget. But coming out to apologize in public, does it at any point in time change the way things are handled? Good afternoon. The public apologies is the best if the accusation was made public, especially on social media. Kingsley from Alakaya. We'll go on a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll most likely round up this conversation. But thank you so much for being a part of it. At the end of the day, forgive and heal for your own good. After the break.